Hello and welcome to a 9-minute happy hips workout. Now, just to warn you that this is not going to be, or the second half is not going to be for anti-postnatal or weak backs. So I'm going to start with a lovely warm up for those hips, and then I'm going to do some quite advanced sequences, which those people shouldn't do. Excellent, let's get you started. So if you're at your desk, don't just watch me, jump up and join in, because it's going to make your hips feel much more flexible and be good for your back as well. Excellent. Let's start in this position and just mobilize with some gentle hip circles. Brilliant. Bracing your core and lifting the leg. And round. Now in the reverse, same thing. Brace your core, lift. So come on, everybody, join me. And then we're going to do a hurdler circle. So it's the same thing, but much bigger, much wider. Brace your core, circle, 3 and 4. Other direction. Big ones. 2, 3, challenging my balance here. 4, brilliant. And out to the side. So the more advanced moves that I'm talking about are the sumo. And let's go forward and back. So we're going to do some sumo squat sequences. Oh yeah. So let's go there again. 3, 4, and then forward and back. Brace your core as you go forward and back. 2, 3. Fabulous. So we've warmed up the hips. Now I need to check your backs are feeling okay before we carry on with the more complicated moves. So let's take a breath. And as you exhale, go into a roll down. So a beginner would do a roll down just to their knees. First of all, making sure that your back's not aching. If it's not, continue all the way down until you reach the mat or as close to the mat as your flexibility will allow, and then come back up again. So the main thing with any Pilates is that there's no pain in your lower back. So let's go again. Take a breath. And as you exhale, roll down, let it go. So for the rest of the session, if you are not feeling it in your back doing this, you can continue. If you are, I would repeat the standing part that I just did, those lovely hip circles, and definitely not do the rest. And it's not for anti-postnatal as well. So what I'm going to get us to do is some sumos. But the sumos will then lead into a sequence. So let's try the sumo and see how it goes for you. It's all good fun. Very ladylike as well, this one. Not. Right, go wide and drop down. Keep your chin lifted and sit back. So this is the ideal position with your heels on the mat and your hands on the mat. You might feel like you're about to fall backwards, but just drop the pelvis down. Now, you might not have done this before, so you might be up here or your feet might be lifted. That's fine. Just get into the stretch. Then we're going to rock side to side very gently, never pushing too much on the knees. So just rock side to side, keeping chin lifted, and then start to push gently on knees, not like really pushing because you're going to hurt your joints if you do that. Just a little gentle push. Brilliant. Okay, and then brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor and stand up with straight legs and roll up. So if you manage that all right, you can continue to the next stage. So let's go to the end of the mat. Get quite wide so your feet are at the edges of your mats, ready to drop down into your sumo. And I'll go slowly so you can hopefully stay in time. And we'll spend the next 3 minutes doing these sequences that should hopefully flow quite nicely and loosen yourself up, ready for your afternoon ahead. So let's drop down, lift the heels if you need to, wiggle so you're in position and sit back. Then take one hand back, then the other, and sit on your bottom and take hold of the shins. Sitting tall, you will then collapse your spine and roll back like a ball and come up again and sit tall without touching your feet on the mat. So I'll do a few of those so you can get the hang. Definitely not for weaker necks or backs, this. So rolling like a ball is not too bad, but it's the neck that's the problem here. So roll like a ball Okay, now I'm going to make it harder by rolling really quickly and standing up, getting into the sumo. Come on, try it. Go quickly and sumo. You might need to have another go to get there, so you need a bit of momentum. Prayer arms, wriggle left to right, hands on the mat, head down, stand up, bracing your core, and roll up. There we go. So we're going to do that another few times. That is how we're going to finish the session. And the more times we do this, the more flexible you're going to be. And you'll have nailed it. So go wide again. Drop down. Wriggle left to right. Put one hand behind you, then the other, and sit down. Get ready for your rocker or your roll like a ball. Roll your spine into a C shape and sit tall without touching your feet on the mat. So roll, brace your core to sit tall. Next one, go quickly and into your sumo. Into the prayer hands. Wriggle left to right. Head down, hands on mat. Brace your core, stand up and roll up. Please, I promise, if anybody's feeling this in their back, you shouldn't be doing it. Let's go again. One more. Go wide. Drop down. Isn't that feeling easy now? I know it. Okay, wriggle left to right. Just pushing elbows onto knees gently. One hand behind. Sit on your palms. Roll like a ball. And on the third time, final sumo. 2. And bit of momentum into the sumo. Prayer hands. Hands down, head down, slowly roll up to finish. Oh, I love that sequence. Excellent, big stretch up. Bend your knees down, brace your core. Let me know, please, what you thought of that. And if you liked it and you'd like more of those, please subscribe and send me some messages so that we can engage. Fabulous. Not get engaged, so that we can engage. Also look out for my free 7-day beginners fitness, Pilates and HIIT, which will be launching on my website on Saturday. Wonderful. Right, catch you soon. Take care. Thanks for being there.